it is very important for everybody to understand why we need to develop a megatrend universe, because it is going to impact businesses, economies, and even individual. Now, the megatrends research is actually a long-term futuristic approach to understand certain crucial forces that has the capability to transform any business, economy, or even the way we are living our lives. And by megatrends, we understand or we mean those vital transformative trends that can shape the future, and they also have the capability to act as key drivers for growth across social, business, economic, political, environment, and technological systems. So a little bit of background about this particular megatrends research approach. In the last few years, we have seen the emergence of a lot of disruptive forces like the geopolitical shift. By geopolitical shifts, we mean the ongoing Ukraine-Russia war or the Israel-Hamas conflict. Then we have also seen the growing impact of climate crisis, like the increase in frequency and intensity of some extreme weather conditions like hurricanes, heat waves, droughts, and floods. And we have also witnessed a lack of resilience in our supply chains, because the world was exposed to certain events like the global pandemic. And then, of course, we have seen the rapid advancement of technologies like generative AI. Now, all of these events actually highlight a real need to investigate the future global scenarios in order to understand how our future world and its inhabitants will evolve. And also, we need to know what kind of actions can be taken to ensure the best possible outcomes for business, citizens, economies, and the environment. And from here, we get the idea to build the megatrends research. And so we began to examine the transformational megatrends to 2040. So the pie that you see here at the left-hand side of this slide is the megatrends universe, which includes 23 megatrends that has been categorized across 5 major themes, and we call these themes as the BEATS framework. So in the periphery of the circle, you will see there are certain names put in, like the business model transformation, which is the B in the BEATS framework. Then economic and political shifts is the E, and the environmental priorities is again the E in the BEATS framework. Technology and advancement stands for the T in the BEATS framework, and S for the social trends. So across each of these 23 megatrends clusters that you see within the circle, we have gone a level down and we have identified over 70 subtrends that have very strategic and operational importance. And these subtrends, it's like it can be applied across various major industries. For example, if we pick up the economic and political shifts, that is the E of the BEATS framework, and try to understand the mega trend, suppose the new growth centers of the global economy. Now, this particular mega trend means which economies will have a higher growth impetus than any other economies in the world. Then the subtrends that we find within this particular megatrend cluster are number one, the Africa emerging as an economic battleground, and number two, the center of global economy shifting towards the western side, shifting from the western side towards the Asian countries. Now, this particular framework of megatrends and subtrends was not built in a day or in a month or in a year. In fact, it was built through intense research work done all the year round by constantly monitoring, analyzing, and trying to conceptualize other observations within each of these themes. Now, from that investigation, we have identified some key transformational shifts that are of strategic importance to all industries. And we believe that by diagonizing and leveraging these mega trends can actually help companies unlock new opportunities and will also ensure long-term success in a rapidly changing world.